I'm not sure the camera is picking up the screens. It can't really focus on things up close, but I just wanted to show you what Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers looks like running on the 3DS hardware. I think it looks um, pretty cool, and you get to play that in portrait mode. Let's go ahead and fix the exposure there. I realize I look like a bit of a ghoul. I have been working brutal hours and developing 7 video games simultaneously. So I just wanted to do a quick check-in and keep everyone in the loop. Firstly, again, I want to appreciate everyone for their support. Thank you for being excited for the upcoming Wii U and 3DS games. So I realize it sounds insane because the eShop is closing, but I just wanted to bring something really cool and exciting to everyone to celebrate the end of the eShop. It is a massive amount of work, and I'm grateful to Nintendo for collaborating with me to be able to organize getting these titles uh, launched throughout the year. So there is a cutoff period for submitting new titles to the eShop for 3DS and Wii U. And I was able to organize a strategy with Nintendo that would let me submit these titles and then launch them a little later into the year. So I'm very grateful to Nintendo uh, for letting me do that and bring something really special to the fans of 3DS and Wii U, because I am also a fan of the 3DS and Wii U, and I wanted to see the eShop go off on a high note and send it out with a bang. So that's what I'm very excited about. It's a huge amount of work. So I do look like a ghoul. uh, I have minimal sleep and I'm working extremely hard on these games. I wanted to keep everyone in the loop and just do these regular updates more often because I am asking that if people are interested in picking up the games for the Wii U and 3DS, you will have to load funds into your account ahead of time, even before the games launch. And I'm asking you to do that because there's a cutoff period for when you will be able to add funds. So I think it's May 23rd is when we'll no longer be able to use credit cards to add funds, and I think that applies to North America. The other regions, I think, have already ended credit card support, at least Europe has. But you can still use eShop cards. So if you go and purchase Nintendo eShop cards, you can use that to add funds to your account, and you can connect your eShop account to your Nintendo Network ID, and you can manage funds through a web browser. So you can still add funds. You can do that until the end of August, and then once the end of August rolls around, you can no longer add any funds to your account. So if you are interested in picking up the Wii U and 3DS games that I've announced, that's 7 titles in total, um, you will have to load funds into your account. So I want to be fair to everyone. I'm going to make regular updates to let you know that I am working as hard as I can to get these games out to you, and I'm really pushing to make them worthwhile and something really special. So I will work on creating some trailers for each title to show you the video and gameplay, and I will be announcing the prices for each game very soon as well. So I just wanted to let you know how development is going. Things are great with White inside its Umbra. I'm just finishing up the last bit of programming and testing on the extra game mode, which is the light gun arcade shooter mode, which has tons of RPG elements. There's going to be a whole lot of character customizing and upgrading with these skills. You're constantly collecting and upgrading new weapons. You're working on your skill loadouts. There's a ton of playable characters that you will be able to unlock by connecting to other Silver Falls games. Coffee. There we go. That'll keep you awake. So I'm running through the story mode, which is totally finished. I'm running through that with testers just a bit more, and I will be submitting that title to Nintendo this week. So that will be going in. It's going to start the process of approval so we can get that ready to go on the eShop. And I'm very excited for people to be able to play this game. I've been able to do some really wild things that I actually, never really even thought about for a game before, but using the gamepad and Wiimote the way we are is very exciting. So I'm glad we are able to do that. So I have to get that submitted this week. That really only leaves me a couple weeks to get the rest of the 7 titles submitted and get that ball rolling with Nintendo. So I'm working extremely hard, and I will probably look like a ghoul for the rest of the videos until all these games are done. They're fully submitted, they're updated, and 100% finished and then sent to Nintendo. So I hope you look forward to that in the coming months. I know it sounds insane. People are calling me a crazy person. Maybe I am, but you know what? we're going to have a lot of fun on the eShop on the 3DS and Wii U. So thank you to everyone for being excited. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. Please stay tuned. I will announce the prices for the games so you will know how much to have loaded into your accounts, and I hope you look forward to that. Um, just to clarify things, Gaiden on the Wii U will be a 100% different game to Gaiden on the 3DS. So Gaiden on the Wii U is an open world exploration game with up to 5 players. That means that you can have people using the gamepad and then every single other type of controller scheme available on the Wii U. So you and the other players will be able to explore an open environments. You'll be able to collect resources and build your own custom fort. You know, it's sort of like a build your own cool treehouse kind of thing. And then when it turns to nighttime in the game, enemies will attack you, and then you can work with your friends to survive the night, fight off the enemies, and protect your fort, just like a real camping trip with your friends. So I hope you enjoy Gaiden for the Wii U when it does launch. Undertakers for the Wii U will be a direct port of the 3DS title, and it will preserve the 8-bit late 70s video game style of the 3DS title, but that there is a new multiplayer mode which will allow 4 players, up to 4 players, to team up against the gamepad player, and the gamepad player will use the touchscreen to spawn enemies into an environment, and the gamepad player will try to strategically uh, beat the other players who are controlling human characters. So it's asymmetrical gameplay, and I hope that people have a lot of fun with it. That will use the modern, more realistic art style that we have that matches the other titles in the Silver Falls series. So that will be in Silver Falls Undertakers. And then in Deathly Delusion Destroyers for the 3DS, which I showed just running on the 3DS hardware. That's more of just a chilled, laid-back RPG battle game. It doesn't have an RPG story or exploration or anything like that. It's all managed through a hub area in the campsite. You have a ton of different characters that you can um, strategize with, give them different skills and equipment. You go into different battles and take on different challenges, and I'm trying to make it so that every day there are new sort of randomized battle challenges that have all sorts of weird quirks and strengths and weaknesses, so you can play the game for a very long time, and there will always be something new. I mentioned before earlier in a different video that in Deathly Delusion Destroyers for the 3DS, different characters will have different skills based on the day of the week. So uh, your team for Wednesday won't be your same team on Friday because the skills for each particular character may be different. So you'll want to experiment with a lot of different characters and see which teams will work best for different challenges. So I hope you look forward to the upcoming titles. I will announce the prices for everything soon, along with some video to show everyone what the games look like. And again, I'll be making more of these regular videos because I want to be fair to everyone that I am asking you to load funds into your account ahead of time before the cutoff period. And that is if you want these games, you'll have to load funds into your accounts ahead of time. So I genuinely appreciate everyone who has been showing support and showing excitement for the game. Thank you to everyone for sharing these games around. I'm going to have a tough time reaching out and marketing the game because now I'm developing 7 games simultaneously to get them all submitted within a couple weeks now. So any help that you guys can do in terms of telling other people about these games, it's going to be a huge help. I really appreciate that. And for everyone that's called me a crazy person, that I'm insane for developing and announcing these games for the Wii U and 3DS eShop, to you I would like to say, yes, yes, I am insane. I hope you all enjoy the upcoming games. Thanks very much. You take care of yourselves now.